Alright, what is going on, my fellow gaming warriors? 'Tis the one, and Activision is in trouble, believe it or not. This is the second time now, but I'm just gonna read you the headline here. Real World Hotel unhappy. It's being used as a Modern Warfare 2 deathmatch map. Like, this is real. This is an actual thing, and this is apparently the second time. I mean, I knew the game was a complete train wreck, but when they're getting so unoriginal to the point where they have to copy and paste actual places and put it and make it a map, that is an all new low. And apparently they're not even asking permission to use the maps. Yeah, but there's gonna be more season 1 content. There's gonna be more content in season 1. Just wait, it's gonna be way better. Just give them time. Give them more time. Like, there was already a complete lack of content in itself after 3 years of making the game with 3,000 developers making the game. So it's like, no, I'm not gonna give them more time. I gave them time. I gave them 3 freaking years, you clowns. But here we go. This is from Modern Warfare 2 Informer. I feel like I've seen this account before, but yet another map may be removed from Modern Warfare 2. Activision has reportedly used an Amsterdam hotel for a map without their permission, and the hotel may be taking legal action. This is just fantastic. These guys are unbelievable. It's like they keep outdoing themselves. And this isn't the first map that they've taken down. Just a reminder. The first map that's been removed due to Activision using the location without the location's permission. And this is from back when the museum map. I remember playing this map on the beta. And I'm just realizing now that, because obviously I haven't played this game much. I played it, but not much. From the time that I played the beta, I remember playing Museum, that map. That map is pretty, obviously all the maps are terrible. There's just different levels of bad. But that map on the level of bad on the spectrum actually wasn't like on the bottom of the spectrum, And we just got that Raceway map back, which isn't, again, is it good? No, but like if we're comparing it to maps, from the old days, we're talking maps like Hijacked, if we're going, I'm just thinking of all the best maps off the top of my head of all time, like Terminal, Hijacked, Standoff, Raid, like maps like that. But no, compared to those maps, yes, all of these maps are terrible, right? But on the spectrum, compared to the maps that are in this game, Museum was not one of the worst maps. I just realized after seeing this tweet that map wasn't in the game. And so here it says, this guy says, Activision wasn't given permission to use the IRL location known as Getty Museum, so they took legal action. And yeah, it's a shame because it was a pretty good map, exactly, I agree with that. And so it's just funny to me that they literally, as I said before, they have no originality. They can't even make they no creativity. They can't even make up their own maps. Yeah, but these maps are cool. They're way more realistic now. There's more doors and windows, so I have more safe spaces. And that's exactly why they made the maps. Is because look, you play on these freaking maps. Like, look at the map I'm playing on right now. What is it called? Tarak. Easily, this map is so bad. There's like, this is every map in this game, but there is literally a million ways that someone can see you in this game. There are so many buildings, doors, you name it, safe spaces, whatever. Look, did you see that little spot where I was mounting? Don't tell anyone. And I'm playing like a sentinel in this game, by the way. I'm playing like a sentinel. Like, hey, again, this is the way they want to encourage you to play. This is the way they want you to play, the sentinel playstyle. Well, here we go. That's what I'm gonna do, and everyone else is gonna have to suck it. But yeah, Activision is in trouble. Infinity Ward, Infinity Turd completely crapped the bed with their map designs. Of course, that's not a surprise, but it's just funny to me just to picture how this conversation went. Like, when did this hotel, the people who ran the hotel or whatever, when did they find out about this? That Call of Duty was using their map. Activision was using their map in their game. Like, how did that conversation go? Like, did someone who played Call of Duty say, hey, did you know your hotel is in this game? And they're like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, and they're making money off it. This is a billion-dollar company. You can make a lot of money off this if you sue them. You should sue them. That's probably how the conversation went. Or they were aware of it the entire time, and they were just waiting for the game to be released. A week or two into the game, they're like, okay, now's a good time. Now's a good time to bring attention to it. This is a good time now. Like, this is literally a freaking Dutch hotel, like Amsterdam, wherever the hell that is. I don't know. I'm not good with, countries and all that. But Amsterdam, this is a Dutch hotel, and they're claiming, it doesn't reflect our core values. It doesn't reflect our core values. So, it does sound like a cash grab, obviously, to me. But even then, it's like, if you really didn't get permission to use these maps, like, you are copying and pasting real life places and putting them in your game and selling them as a map. Like that's not okay. Like I don't even care about the whole, the legal issue part of it and all that. But like just have some integrity. Have some damn integrity. Like it's like they do not care. They don't care about the fan base. It's like they don't put any thought. They put zero thought into these games. They put zero thought into it. It's like, really? You might as well, at this point, just like the museum map and this hotel map. Both maps are terrible, by the way. Yeah, but it looks sick. It looks sick, bro. But no, it's like, dude, anyone can do that. Any development team can do that. You have 3,000 people working on this game. You have more people than ever. And we're talking back then, I'm just thinking of Black Ops 2. Let's just think of Black Ops 2 alone. Original maps like Hijacked, Raid, Standoff, and the list goes on. How can a way smaller team of a development team do that? Make greatness like that? With such a way smaller team. I'm going to keep emphasizing that. It was a way smaller team. They did not have 3,000 developers. Like Infinity Ward, flaunts in our faces. Flashes us with 3,000 developers. They lift their shirts up and they flash us. Hey, look at me. 3,000 developers. Look at us. Yeah, we're big. You're nice. How can they make maps like that and make, oh my gosh, the greatest maps. The greatest maps they made back then in all those games. Black Ops 2 and prior. From 2007, 2012, from COD 4 to Black Ops 2, the glory days. How can they make such great maps in less time? Black Ops 2, that game was made in 2 years, right? How is that possible? How can that happen? Well, I mean, first of all, they aren't the same teams. Infinity Ward, the name is still the same, but are they the same people? No. But I just want to take an extra second to take an absolute steaming dump on these maps. I'm at a complete loss for words for literally every single map. I think these maps are literally worse than Modern Warfare 2019's. And those maps I thought were the worst ever. It's like they're trying to outdo themselves every single year. Dude, I just wish Treyarch would get the chance to have this engine, which I believe they will in their next Call of Duty. I think they're using the same engine. And I guess, it has to do with Warzone. They have to be on the same engine. It just makes more sense, right? So if you're using the same engine, Treyarch, and they make better maps, like Cold War wasn't great by any means. Cold War was the definition of mid. It was an absolute mid game, like 5 out of 10. I'm not praising the game whatsoever, but I'm just saying the maps were somewhat playable. You know what I mean? There weren't a bunch of safe spaces everywhere. There weren't doors around every corner you go, buildings, doors, windows. Like, the maps were playable and they made sense. But in this game, in Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2-year skip, in this freaking game, there's so many doors and safe spaces, and that's why I like the game. But I will admit, I play like a sentinel because that's the only way the game allows you to play, and that's the way the maps are designed for you to play. Literally, it seems like, I'm not even kidding, I've gotten weird deaths just from, it's like the enemies just somehow know when to throw frags and semtexes across the map in the perfect spot, and they know exactly when I'm gonna walk through that spot, towards that spot. It's so weird. It's just the rigged skill-based matchmaking system. It is a miserable experience. It's terrible. The game is just like unplayable. I'm trying to even, I literally am just trying to get gameplays for you guys, just to show you this is the way you have to play. And also, they said bunny hopping, or kangaroo jumping as I like to call it, the kangaroos. They said they nerfed them. I haven't seen it. If it's nerfed now, I mean, what would it look like if it wasn't nerfed? Because I'm telling you, every time I go around a corner, there's some moron nut draggers. I mean, they used to be nut draggers back on MW 2019, but then they took the slide canceling away. So the nut draggers are now kangaroos. So it's like it's kind of like pick your poison. You either got nut draggers running around the map, dragging their nuts everywhere, coming out of nowhere on you, sinking into the ground, which is what happened in Modern Warfare 2019. Whenever anyone dragged their nuts on the ground, slide canceling, it's like they disappeared. It's like somehow they were in front of you and then all of a sudden they're into the ground. They just dug into the ground. Like they dragged their nuts into the ground. I don't know, it was weird. It was the weird and most infuriating thing. I am in no way, shape, or form a nut dragger. I am not even in favor of slide canceling. Slide canceling was never a part of Call of Duty in terms of the multiplayer. If you want it in Warzone, I can understand that because it's kind of a way to dodge bullets as well. So I can understand if you wanted slide canceling, nut dragging in Warzone. I can understand that. But man, I mean, just to get back to the map design, I got in a little tangent there. I know I can go on for hours about this crap, but oh man, these people.
Yeah, but the maps, I really like the maps because they give me a lot of safe spaces, and I like the doors, and I like to sit in corners with shotguns and claymores, and I like the bunny hop. Yeah, I like the bunny hop and get, look at my gun, it's gold, look at my gun.
It's like, dude, oh my gosh, it's insufferable. These people actually care about this stuff. They think it has value. They think it actually is important. It's like, man, I mean, really? I don't know. I can't take it. The map design, the maps need to go. If it were up to me, I would throw away every single map other than Crown Raceway, which, by the way, why are all these map names so damn long? It used to be one name, Nuketown, Raid, Standoff, Favela, you know? It was one word names. Now it's like,
yeah, border crossing, and yet,
I think there's a name before border crossing. I don't know. I don't freaking know, which, by the way, that map is like someone puked a bunch of cars up on the map and called it a Call of Duty map, and they said, you know, this'll work. You know, we really believe that this map will work on this game. It's like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't work. There's just a bunch of cars. I saw this clip. This guy literally died like 5 or 6 times in a row to blown up cars. Like, he would walk past the cars and they blow up. And it's like literally life, death after death after death. He was on a death streak of just dying from cars blowing up. And you can't do anything about it though, because the map is cars. Like, that's the only thing on the map. So like, what can he do? My proposal is, how about we find a way to sue Activision for this border crossing map? Like, can we please find a way? Because if it's this easy, they must have copied some sort of picture or something. We gotta find a picture online of just cars on a bridge and just say, hey, we gotta sue Activision. Who owns the picture or something, they've gotta find a way to sue them. We have to do anything to take this map out of the game. Anything. Sue these bastards for putting this map in the game. I mean, they should be sued just for torture alone. But if they actually copied, you know, an image or something of this map or anything reminiscent of it, we gotta sue them. Get it out of the game. Period. Get it out of the game. It's like, this freaking game is a train wreck, and this is only the beginning, boys. We're in for it. We're in for a treat. I mean,
Season 1 is coming, don't worry, give them more time.
It's like, I don't even get me into it. Yeah, 3 years, give them more time. My ass. Whatever. I'm gonna end it here. Leave a rating if you want. Subscribe if you want. Whatever. If you don't, that's fine. Comment what you have your thoughts on this crap. I personally, you know how I feel. I am infuriated. I'm just fed up with this crap. And yeah,
I'm a no.
Tis been Juan.